Dave is an absolute legend, and he's my friend, and I'm proud to call him my friend, but it's only since 2012 that he's starting to get the recognition he deserves.
We just linked up when we was out I think it was New Year's Eve, wasn't it? One New Year's Eve a few years ago, and we just started talking about sport really, and just led from there. Dave
always trains here, and I think there was a time when I was having trouble with my knees running and things like that, and obviously the bike, you know, it's less impact on the knees, and yeah, so we just started training here together. So
I just asked him to come round on a bike, and he said, yeah, will I keep up? I said, yeah, you'll keep up. You've got that mental attitude, you know. So yeah, just hit off straight away. Bit of a speed session this morning, even though it was still 12 miles, but it was quite hard today, and yeah, it's like a interval sort of session, so we'd be sprinting off and I'll be chasing Ricky down the road, and yeah, he's a lot faster than I remember. So yeah, no, it was a good short session for me, and then I'll be back out tonight on the track.
12 miles, short session.
You know I'm the wolf, baby. You know I stay in the woods.
I couldn't run with him, not the old way. He's gone. He's too fast. So I think the average is about 18, 19 or something.
Today we averaged just over 17 today.
Miles per hour.
Miles per hour. So
it's like Usain Bolt sprint.
My brothers were always into boxing, and used to go up to York Hall. I think my first ever fight was about 4 years old, you know, watching my brother Alan fight up there, and so yeah, it's always been in my blood. We do talk a lot about things, and now I've gone into a big competition, and you know, and I think it's the same way Rick goes into a fight. Mentally, you have to be strong going into that ring and be prepared, and we do talk about things, and I think it does combine very well.
Dave's got some rivals out there, you know,
that want to beat me all the time, you know.
And it's exactly the same with boxing, you know, like Dave's out there racing on his own, although there's other athletes on the thing, but he's racing, he's pushing on his own, you know, and when we're in the ring, we're on our own basically, and our opponent's trying to beat us, and his opponents are trying to beat him.
I think if you don't put that 101% in training, it's your fault when you go into that ring and maybe when you lose. And it's the same with me when I get on the track or on the road. You've only got yourself to blame if you get that race wrong or that training session wrong, you know.
On your toes, yeah, in and out, just double jab right hand.
I'll get quite nervous, you know, and probably nervous for Rick than I would for a race, you know, and yeah, and when I'm watching, people saying, oh, why aren't you shouting? Because I'm concentrating on him. When it's other fighters, you'll be like, go on, you know what I mean? But with Rick, you're trying to concentrate and want him to do well and stuff like that. So yeah, you do get butterflies for him, you know, because you want him to do well and put on a show.
Your winner, and still undefeated from Cast Jordan, it's pretty Ricky Boylan!
I look up to him, and I always have done. You know, he always trains hard, same as me. And I just think that his determination that's what I look up to. You know, he's so determined to stay on top of his game all the time.